But one thing about me, and I want to know your belief on this. I don't fuck with how cartoons and Marvel movies are starting to push certain agendas. I think it's really wrong for a kid who has no idea, basically what to think. They're so fucking young. They're super young, and they're getting just shown these fucking weird, not weird, but just things you shouldn't be shown at this certain age. What are your thoughts on that? And if you understand what
every single movie, I'm glad that you see that, because every single movie now, if you watch Netflix, if you watch any show, if you watch any Marvel movie, it's always female empowerment and the man looking like a dumb idiot. You're not supposed to be empowered as a man anymore. They want us to be weak, because if you control the men, then you let the women run the world. And then we're both unhappy because women don't want to lead, men want to lead. It's all programming. Every movie has some sort of propaganda now. Every single movie that's released, there's no more James Bond, there's no more Jason Bourne, there's no more male superheroes. They've destroyed that and they've empowered women. It's part of the programming.
I agree. I agree with you on that.
So I disagree with you. You've agreed with everying so far. I know.
I don't like when people say Adin is turning into Sneako. I'm starting to just wake up. That's all it is. And I'm not saying everything you do and say is 100%. Like, for example, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm sorry if it's a sensitive point. I would never, I don't want to have her have, if I have a significant other, I would never want her to like basically be fucked in front of me. I'm sorry if that's pushing, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
I don't want to have that either. I don't want that. I think that people should see that, and that happened 3 years ago. Now, I know it's a little bit haram, but I have multiple girlfriends. I know that's not exactly fully Islamic, but you know, you have to operate in the world like that. That was my past. I talked about it on the podcast because I didn't like it. I said on that podcast that it was scarring, but look, no guy wants to have a girl who's on OnlyFans. No guy wants to get married to a girl that does porn. Lasanabi dated a porn star and saw her get fucked on camera. Look, bro, we don't want to.
Wait, her son dated a porn star? I didn't know that.
He did. Guy calls me a cuck all day, and he was watching his girl get fucked on camera by multiple guys and getting paid for it. So I find it a little bit of. And look, Adin, I don't promote that. I said on that podcast, I hated doing it. People should look at that. Of course, I'm getting made fun of for it, and that's probably good. People should see that and not ever act on that. Use that as an example.
One thing I will say is this. Okay, this is what I disagree with you on, but I think if it's for your religion, I'm going to be as respectful as I can. I believe in it's one and one. I believe in one significant other. I don't believe in multiple wives. I don't believe in multiple women. But it depends, I guess. I think it depends how you treat them, and I think it depends like how your culture is. But I believe in one-on-one. I don't know. That's how I am.
Well, alhamdulillah, I think that if you're able to provide for more than one woman and you could take care of them equally, then you should be able to have multiple wives. But you have to treat them equally.
I got into this debate with Andrew before, and it was when I went to meet him in person. He was telling me basically like I should have never broken up with my ex. I should have basically kept her on like kind of like a relationship where I still basically had her and I gave her affection from here and time and here and there and let her on basically. I didn't really agree with that. I genuinely believe that when it's time is over with and I lose feelings for someone or I don't really love them anymore, I fall out of love or etc. I think you shouldn't really lead them on anymore. I think that's when you kind of should just be like, hey, like, you know, I love you and it's always gonna be love, but I think it's time for, you know, us to go our separate ways, and I think that you should leave it at that, and that's how I really, really believe that people should.
Sure, that can work for some people, but the counter to that is how much of that do you think is attributed to your testosterone levels? I think at a certain point that if you have enough energy and you have enough time and you have enough resources to care for more than one woman, there's no problem with that. If you're at a point where you just want to be monogamous, that's fine, but I don't understand what that has to do with breaking up with your girl.
I'm just saying, I think, okay, I get what you're saying. I do. Wait, what did you mean by testosterone level? I have a pretty good level. Actually, it's mid. My testosterone level, I think, is like 700 something. Is that good?
That's good. That's above average. So yeah, why did you keep her? I don't understand why you let her go.
Oh, come on. Listen, man. At the end of the day, man, I care a lot about my significant other's heart and their general health and mental health and being. You know, and I would never want to put them in an uncomfortable iceberg and basically scatter them away from my ceramic lifestyle. And you know, I would need to just separate that stuff and basically, you know, unmotionize it, because at the end of the day, bro, yeah, we didn't work out, and I didn't want to lead it on, you know, and that's just what it is, you know.
You sure you're not still a little bit in love?
Always gonna be love for that person, but no, I'm not at all. No.